Hey guys, Debo here, and welcome to Solo Queue Hero number 3. Orianna ain't about that life. If you'd like to check my stream while I stream it live, of course, you can check me out at twitch.tv/SPSDebo. If you'd like to see where I upload all my videos, podcasts, all the guides that I do for all the different games that I play, check me out at DeboSC2, and that's at YouTube. Make sure you give me a subscribe when you check me out. Other than that, hope you guys enjoy. So we got another solo queue game to here today. Got put to mid lane. My first priority is jungle, then mid lane, and sometimes I feel like it's support. We're going against the Orianna today, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just that the champion requires a lot of mechanical skill as compared to what Fiddlesticks can do, because he's so much simpler to play the lane out. He got his range, he got his crows, he can poke from afar, but I don't know what happens. Usually the funny thing is, I go versus the Orianna, I smash them, then they complain, they say you're imbalanced, or LOL, they'll play over aggressively and be like, oh, you can't win, or I don't know what it is with Orianna players and Fiddlesticks, but a lot of them just get some type of way. So all I'm doing right here is just pushing the lane out, and I do have wards on the right side of the river. Let's see if anybody's going to be approaching to gank me. I do believe they have a Graves. I know there's a Graves in the game. I just don't know if it's on my team or their team, but you know, just basically playing safe, last pushing or last hitting when I can. Using the crows to help push the lane and get her against that turret, and just basically just keep that damage on her so she doesn't ever get too comfortable start, you know, trying to go against me and what have you not. As you can see here, just going in here, clearing the ward to the side. We're at level 9. Not too much actually happened for their most set of levels. So here comes the first kill. Leona was able to do a little bit of Ronin so with the Twitch. Was able to get the fear on her and silence into the drain, and we knocked her out no problem. And at this point, I just kind of trying to push the lane and get the tower, get that first turret blood. I think we already had one before, but as you can see, I've been working on that turret for the first set amount of levels, and that's probably one of the most important things with Fiddlesticks, is just trying to keep the lane push, getting as much CS as you can while watching for ganks. It actually is fairly hard to punish Fiddlesticks because with his crow spam, not only does it chip the mid laner you're going against, reducing their health, it also lets you farm from a far distance. So after that play, I actually make my way towards bottom lane. Went ahead and landed the ult. Was lucky enough to get the crow bounce going and get the double kill. I think I got one more auto attack. Oh no, actually just went in and took a couple turret shots and just got lucky. One more shot, I'd have been dead. It worked out okay. Got the double kill, and I'm going to go ahead and head back. The one thing I am learning of playing the mid Fiddlesticks is that prioritizing pushing the lane and getting the tower first is pretty much the main thing you want to do. You can use your teleport to follow other lanes if it really becomes a problem. Like, for instance, if you start pushing the lane, then a jungler, their enemy jungler shows up to stop you from pushing. At that point, you should try to follow with the teleport and something like that. But I always try to make sure I keep the lane push, so if he roams or whatever character roams, they're losing a lot of CS. And then after I get that mid lane open up, then I can proceed to going, you know, top lane or bot lane to assist them out. I usually like to go right into Abyssal Scepter. Sometimes I'll get an extra Doran's Ring. 2 Doran Ring is pretty much safe into Abyssal. Or if they're going against like an AD mid, I'll go into 2 Doors Ring into a oh my goodness, Zhonya's. The thing I would recommend is probably the safest thing is just go Doran's Ring into your first item. If they're going mid lane in their AP, you want to get your Abyssal Scepter. If they're AD, then of course you want to go ahead and get your Zhonya's. And at this point, like I said, just keep on farming. I kept the vision up everywhere as I can, you know, top and above me. When I do get to level 9, I switch to a sweeper, and I also make sure I got pinks at different locations, and just to make sure I'm okay and I'm not going to get caught anywhere. This game quickly just kind of snowballed out of like hand. I don't know what happened between me pushing the mid lane, getting the kills that I get, the other lane's doing well. This has to be probably one of the quickest games I've actually had in recent time for solo queue. Usually never goes this way, but the funny thing is whenever I go versus an Orianna mid lane, it always seems to just be one-sided. Not saying that I was the one that caused the outcome of this match to go so quickly as it was, but I just don't know. Just for some reason, Fiddlesticks versus the Orianna is a pretty good matchup in favor of the Fiddlesticks and what have you not. And here's me at rotating bot lane. We took both mid towers. We secured some kills, pushing with the Twitch. Just trying to get to the point where we can just end this game fast. I always advise, if you get ahead on your lanes, or you guys just get ahead and you start snowballing, make sure you use your snowballing not to just keep getting additional fights, but to actually take objectives. Because what actually happens if you just keep on focusing on killing the enemy team and trading kills, and you figure, okay, well, we just traded one or two of our people for 4 of theirs, that's great. But if you're not actually following it up and doing things that will get you ahead in the game, objective-wise, what you're going to actually end up doing is just self-sabotaging yourself or turning the game into a coin flip. Because once you get beyond the 45 minute mark, everybody's going to have most of the items in that they need to do decent damage, and then it really doesn't come down to which team has who has the bigger gold advantage. What comes down to is a coin toss. Who's going to get caught out? Who's going to be the better team fighter? So you always want to keep that in mind. So the one thing I am happy about this game is we were actually able to snowball our lead, not mess around, and just everybody was rotating to the lanes they need to. So, you know, we took out the mid lane, then they got the top tower, then they got the bottom tower, then we got the second mid tower, then they rotated the top, and then me and Twitch rotated the bottom. So I was actually very shocked about this, and was actually able to get a couple plays here and there. That's not the greatest, you know, ult possible, but I think I threw out for Crow somewhere, did a little bit of damage. And like I said, at this point, what the enemy team's doing is something I wouldn't recommend. You just usually, if you really want, I'm all for just giving up when you just see that you're so far behind, because then you save yourself time and you can move on. But if you're actually trying to stage a comeback, fighting the enemy team or the opposing team is not necessarily always the way to go. If you know the enemy team is splitting a lot and you group as 5 to take out those 3 or 2 people at once, and that's fine. But for the most part, if we're behind, we should be at defending towers, farming what we can get, and just trying to stall the game out as long as we can. But I don't know what happened. Maybe they were arguing. Maybe they just didn't care anymore. That does happen a lot. As you can see here, I'm taking the second mid-top tower. We just got done getting the Baron. Orianna's trying to do something crazy. And I just basically flashed to get out of the way of the ball, fear her, and then silence and drain her, got all my life back. And since we have the Abyssal Scepter and the cooldown reduction, we can get our skills right back up right away, so we can do stuff like that, and most importantly, we're not taking that much magic damage from her in the first place. So you see Trundle comes back to lane, we're all up top lane, we're able to throw that crow bounce and get the last damage we needed, and we're taking out the second top tower. And this is how you should be trying to end the game. We're currently only at 23 minutes in the game, and we got Baron buff. I do believe we did already push the mid. We're pushing the top tower. I think eventually rotate the bottom. I could be wrong, but like I said, I wish more games would go like this. This smooth and just people trying to do the best they can. You see Rise is doing pretty awesome damage. I was able to beat the fear and the CC. And like I said, just we just all were thinking the same exact way. 4 people down. We got the inhibitor top lane. We just took the Baron. We got the Baron's minions pushing with us. We got the top lane, and just trying to end the game quickly. I don't know what you have to do to get more good games like this, but I mean, it is what it is, and that's just how it's always going to be. Unfortunately, League is like a whole bunch of randomness. So got the mid lane done with the inhibitor, got the top lane with the inhibitor done. I think the last thing we're going to do is rotate to bottom, but I could be sure. Yeah, I'm actually moving to bot lane myself. Teleport in. As you see, I got my Zhonya's, I got my Abyssal, and I got my Zhonya's. Now, one mistake I did make is that I shouldn't have those cooldown boots. Usually I would sell those cooldown boots when I want to get early cooldown reduction, because once you get the Morellos in combination with the Abyssal and the Zhonya's, that's too much CDR for you to have. So what I should have done is sold my boots and got the Sorcerer's boots, so before I get more magic penetration. And right here, we're just going to go ahead and take the Earth Dragon, because, they got the top lane inhibitor down and the mid lane inhibitor down. And you know what? While we're ahead, let's just take all the objectives off the map so that they can't use anything in their arsenal to try to stage a comeback. So me and Leona take this here, and I think eventually we're going to rotate bottom and close out this match. But that's pretty much about it today. I'm going to have another video coming out soon. Expect the next video to be on the YouTube channel, be a Final Fantasy one for Duty Find a Hero. And then I'm going to start getting back into Overwatch. Not going to be doing anything involving Season. We're going to talk about the breakdown and what I plan for Season 3 and how I'm going to set myself up to do well in that. And once I get to a certain ranking, I think I'll stop. I will still try to do about 2 videos of League of Legends a week. You might see more Final Fantasy, more Overwatch especially in the next coming weeks, just because their season started. And League is still in their preseason. Don't know when they're going to start their actual season, but we'll have to wait and see. And as you see, we're just pushing the bot lane here, and we're going to be ending everything. So, as always, man, I appreciate you guys checking out the stream or checking out the YouTube video and stuff and what have you. Now, if you want to check me live, check me at twitch.tv/SPSDebo. If you'd like to know my videos go live, Debo SC2. That's at YouTube. So search that name, Debo SC2. Give me a subscribe, follow the channel, post on my videos and everything like that. If you guys have any comments or suggestions or things you'd like to see on the stream in the future, or whatever, let me know. Drop me a comment down in the, in the comment section down there. And make sure you also like the video and subscribe or share the video with your friends. But that's about it. 6:03, 24-minute game. Can't complain about that. Hope you guys have a good day. As always, my name is Debo, and I'm out. Take it easy.